Hello and welcome to my channel Crafted Beauties. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am making a birthday card, and this is a card which I am making for my friend, and I was halfway through, then I realized why not just shoot it to share with you how I am making it. So here I have cut this design from my scan and cut canvas machine. I have designed it myself on Canvas workspace. If you want to know how I have designed it, please comment below. I will come back to you on that video also. And I have cut few flowers also, and some with from the die cut some leaves, and here I have cut some layers also to may put our sentiments there on the card. So this one I glued already because, as I told you, I was just halfway through making the card, so I thought of making a video. So I will just glue these together. So I am just taking white layer. It is little bit smaller than the orange layer, peach layer there. So I am just giving a 1/8 inch border all around to make it little uh, nice. And I have done one video on paper layers and sizes of the card, so you should go and see how I do these layers there. And so what I am doing is, though you should do it before sticking it, what I have just placed it here, because when I will do the sentiment, the paper would be too thick to emboss it. So you should not stick these layers before. First you stamp your sentiment, then you should stick your paper. But nevertheless, I was in hurry, so I have just done it this way. So just keep that thing in your mind. And here I'm just gluing it and placing giving the white space around the all four sides. So yeah, like this. So this is how it will stand when we will finish the card. So here let me just stick my layer of let me stick the layer of my vellum piece there on the back side of my circle, and like so. And let me just snip off a little bit of that circle from that above edge where the both the vellum piece meet, so that there should be little gap in between both the pieces. Otherwise, if I will not give that gap, so when we fold the card, the it will disturb the placing of our vellum piece. So this how you should stick. And let us now do my I'm just placing it little, pressing it hard. And here let me just put our sentiment, or we can say image there. So I have decided to put a cake image on my vellum piece. So I have already taken my stamp there, and I am just inking it with Versamark clear ink there to emboss my sentiment. So I am just putting, this is how we do embossing in our card making. So I am just using my Versamark clear ink. It is a transparent ink, so you will just you hardly see the impression, so you have to be very careful. It should not You should not touch the sentiment after doing the stamping. It is little gluey kind of ink, very sticky ink. So after stamping, when you put C, you cannot see very watery kind of impression you get from this ink. And just clean your stamps always, as I say. So here I am just taking a clean paper, copier paper it is. I'm just putting my white embossing powder to put that sentiment. And why I'm using this copier paper to collect all my embossing powder there, so that I can use it again. I will just put this embossing powder back in my bottle. So yeah, if you have anything extra powder in your paper, sometimes it sticks here and there, so always make sure you just clean those residues with your brush or something. Otherwise, when you will emboss your sentiment, that even a small residue will be embossed, and it will be difficult to remove from there and won't look neat. So always brush off on anything extra other than your image there. So you must have seen how I have collected my all the powder in my bottle again. So here I am using my tool to hold the paper, so that when I'm heating my sentiment, my hand will not burn. So this small gadget is hot. So it is not a hair dryer. Keep in mind, it is a specific instrument for our embossing. So this is how I am just snipping the same thing which I have done in the other piece, like so that it will stick there. So after heating, I have just put my heat gun for longer time, so the paper is really thin, so it is little crumbled, but nevertheless I'm just trying to make it little straight. So always never overheat your stamps. Always if you overheat your stamp, the paper might crumble. So always take little bit distance from your paper, and the moment your ink is changing the color, your powder, just remove your heat gun from that side. So I am just putting very little glue on the outer edge, and I am daring it on that side. So as I told you, I was in hurry. I'm just using it like this. You should, because the glue is wet and my paper is also a little bit crumbled. So you should give it a time. Put something heavy on the top so that it sticks nicely. It will not crumble. So now I am doing my sentiment on there. So that is what I was saying. Always do it before, not after sitting. I have just taken out that step. I have done the same step which I have done with the cake. I have just embossed it with Versamark clear ink and a gold embossing powder. The way I have done it, the cake, the same way I have done the sentiment. So just to reduce the time of the video, I have just shown you the one way of how I have done the cake, the same way I have done the sentiments. So here now, very quickly, let's decorate our card. So here I am taking my leaves, and I am just gluing all my leaves and the flowers. I'm just seeing how they will look good. So what I have done here is a very quick tip. Whenever you do something like that, so what I feel is you should just do a rough run like beforehand, and just see which way you are looking, which way your uh, arrangement will look nice. And then you just take a picture of that, and then start again of gluing it. See your picture and glue it, so that way it will be quicker than every time you just thinking how to arrange your arrangement. So give a minute or two to see how you want to arrange your flower arrangement, then do it. So this is a very simple and basic tip which is really handy if you are making these kind of floral designs. So here I had some idea in my mind beforehand, so, and I do very often, so I'm just sticking it like so. But yeah, I have some idea in my mind how I wanted to place it. So here I wanted to give little height and dimension to one of the flowers, so I have just put a circle foam thing on the back of it, so it just gives little dimension and 3D look to our flower. So somewhere here what I am doing is I am putting the layers, like some flowers I am putting directly on the paper, or some flowers I am putting this foam pad behind, foam squares, so that it will just give little height and 3D look to the arrangement. So I have taken same colors which goes with the paper. Leaves, though leaves always are green, but it's okay. Sometimes, see, this looks also nice. So don't never stick when you are doing art. Never stick to the things which are like leaf is green, rose is always red or pink. No, just try. Sometimes it looks nice also when you try something different, you know. So this arrangement I really like. See how beautiful it is looking. A very simple, without any dimension. Flowers are plain, but still it looks nice. So I was thinking that right side of this is looking very empty, so I have decided to put these candles. These also I have embossed and cut it from my die cut machine, a bigshot machine. So this gives little I think it balances the both the side of the card. So like so I have just placed two of these like so, connecting with the circle. So this is our we are almost done with our card, and this is how it looks. I think now I am thinking I should just place some flowers on the bottom also, because the bottom part was looking really empty. So I have just cut few leaves and flowers more, and I'm just sticking it there like so, and giving the dimension to my flower as I given before. 3D dimension, I have just put one circle foam pad behind those flowers, not on the leaves. On the leaves I am just putting the glue. So for the glue also I really like this tip. Sometimes you don't have very thin tip of the glue, no. When you use normal glue, it doesn't come with a thinner nib. So if you don't have those things, for the smaller dies, what I do, I just take little glue on some paper, rough paper, and I just glue it, take the glue directly on the die cut from there. So it takes this is a very, it works for me, so you should also try. So some things works for some people, something works for the other, but it's okay. This is the tip from my side. This works for me. So even though I have that nozzle of that thinner this thing, but very small dice, that also doesn't work sometime. So this is the final look of our flower and the card. And this is wet right now, but when it dries it holds nicely. And this is the final look of our card. And I hope you like the card and you like the video. If you do like, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel. I will come up with a new video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.